Hawaii, the state with the classiest and most luxurious girls in America. Hawaii is known for having the classiest and most luxurious girls in America, and it's recognized as the most expensive state in the country. In this state, there's even a beach that feels like it belongs to another planet. Here are 10 untold facts about the state of Hawaii. The 50th state of the United States. Hawaii became the 50th state of the United States in 1959. The state consists of a volcanic archipelago in the central Pacific Ocean, located about 2,800 kilometers away from the west coast of the mainland U.S. Its capital is Honolulu, situated on the island of Oahu. Hawaii has a population of over 1.4 million people and is considered one of the most densely populated states. The name Hawaii comes from a word in the native language of the region, meaning land of the gods or paradise. Its indigenous culture, unique geographical location, and exceptional natural beauty make Hawaii very different from other U.S. states. America's tropical paradise. When most of us think about America, we think of places like New York, Los Angeles, or even Alaska. But Hawaii is a completely different story. Not only is it separated from the mainland, but it's also the only state that lies entirely within the tropical zone. This means seasons practically don't exist. Temperatures usually stay between 23 and 30 degrees Celsius, and even the rain feels more like a warm, energizing shower than a storm. This incredible climate has created a mind-blowing biodiversity. Birds found nowhere else on Earth, plants you've never seen before. It's like stepping into a real-life BBC documentary. Once an independent kingdom. Hawaii was once an independent country with its own king, queen, ambassadors, a national flag, and even its own legal system. It even had a queen named Liliuokalani, the last monarch of Hawaii. However, in 1893, a group of influential American businessmen and politicians with military support from the U.S. overthrew the queen. A few years later, Hawaii was annexed by the United States, not through a popular vote but by government decision. For many native Hawaiians, this remains an open wound. Protests and movements advocating for the restoration of native sovereignty still continue today. Reviving the Hawaiian language. The native Hawaiian language, called Oholelo Hawaii, was nearly extinct just a few decades ago. At one point, only a few elderly people could still speak it. But since the 1980s, with the help of native communities and the government, a major movement to revive the language has taken place. Now it's taught in schools, street signs are bilingual, and there are radio and TV stations that broadcast in Hawaiian. Learning the language has become a way of honoring the past and preserving native culture. Words like aloha, hello and goodbye, and mahalo, thank you, are now commonly used in everyday life. A delicate natural laboratory. Hawaii is like a massive natural laboratory that remained isolated from the rest of the world for centuries, making its ecosystem extremely sensitive. If a frog, lizard, or even a tiny seed from another country takes root, it could disrupt the entire ecological balance. That's why anything, even plants in your suitcase, must be declared upon arrival. Dogs and cats must be quarantined first to ensure they aren't carrying any specific diseases or pests. For example, the introduction of the brown tree frog led to an increase in agricultural pests and harmed native birds, all starting from just a few smuggled eggs in a flower pot. Hawaii, a state without native snakes. Hawaii is one of the few places in the world without native snakes. Spotting a snake is so rare that if one is found, it often makes front-page news. This has been crucial for Hawaii's ecosystem, especially since many native birds build their nests on the ground and are highly vulnerable to predators like snakes. The government imposes heavy penalties for illegally importing snakes because even one snake can easily cause the extinction of several native species. Living with active volcanoes. On the Big Island, you'll find Kilauea, one of the world's most active volcanoes. It has erupted several times in recent decades, sometimes continuously for months. Yet, people still live nearby. Some even build their homes to have a window view of the flowing lava. It's a strange mix of fear, respect for nature, and acceptance of living alongside a force that could erupt at any moment. Beaches that feel like another planet. Usually, when we think of a beach, we imagine white sand, but Hawaii offers something different. Due to the volcanic nature of the islands, you can find black sand and even green sand beaches. For example, Honolulu Beach is famous for its black sand, while Papakolea Beach has green sand thanks to a unique mineral. These beaches truly feel like they belong to another planet, a sort of interstellar journey with just a one-way ticket. Ohana, family beyond blood. In Hawaiian culture, the word ohana doesn't just refer to blood relatives. Here, even a close friend, an old neighbor, or someone you shared a meal with can become part of your ohana. This belief has made Hawaiians incredibly kind, empathetic, and welcoming. Once you step into someone's home, you're no longer a stranger. It's a deeply rooted collective culture, sky-high costs of living. Mauna Kea, at 4,200 meters tall, is one of the highest mountains in the world, and if measured from the ocean floor, it's even taller than Mount Everest. In winter, the summit is covered with snow. Some people ski in the morning and lounge at the beach in the afternoon. Only in Hawaii can you experience such a climatic contrast. Because of Hawaii's geographic isolation, thousands of kilometers away from mainland America, most food items must be imported by air or sea. This drives prices way up. For example, a gallon of milk in Hawaii can cost up to $9. A regular carton of eggs might cost between $7 and $8. Fruits not grown locally, like apples, oranges, or grapes, are extremely expensive. Even a simple lunch outside can easily cost you $15 to $20. Gasoline prices in Hawaii are usually $1 to $2 higher than the national average because fuel must be shipped in, adding transportation costs. On smaller islands, gas stations are even fewer, and prices can skyrocket. That's why many residents prefer to use public transportation or bicycles. One of the biggest financial pressures for Hawaiians is the astronomical cost of housing. A basic house without luxury features on Oahu or Maui might easily cost over $900,000. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in Honolulu averages around $2,500 a month. On more touristy islands or coastal areas, prices can even double. This situation has caused many locals to move to smaller towns or even relocate to the mainland. For many people living in Hawaii, even with the sky-high costs, is still worth it. Because what they gain is more than luxury or a high-paying job. It's about peace, sunsets that look like paintings, and a culture that teaches kindness and patience. Sure, you might have to live more simply, spend less, or settle for a smaller home, but in return, every day feels like a vacation. Now that we've shared so much about Hawaii, what do you think of the island and its fascinating facts? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for supporting us by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. And don't forget to click on this next video and keep exploring more amazing content from our channel.